When they came to you and you were like, we hit 900 million, what was your reaction to that?
It's staggering. It's the momentum behind Android, I think, exceeds anybody's dreams, even ours. The rate of adoption we're seeing worldwide, the number of devices, the number of partners is amazing. 900 million is incredible. We have 4 billion to go.
And for those who don't exactly know how the story all comes together, there are so many Google services, from Maps to Google+. And it feels like they all are able to come together as more people are using Android on their phones.
Yeah, absolutely. People love Google, whether it's YouTube or Android or Chrome or Gmail or Google Search. And what we're really doing is we're bringing Google together into one beautiful Google experience. And we're doing that through Google+.
So let's talk a little bit more about, you said a lot about Google+ today. You didn't have a monthly unique visitor number or monthly unique number of how many people are coming specifically to Google+.
We published that online today.
Okay, so that number is?
190 million just on plus.google.com, 190 million 30-day actives, staggeringly big number, and we're not even 2 years old.
Do you want Google+ to be known as a social network, or would you rather it be known, I mean, it feels like you're positioning itself as this platform, this hub, and then all the other services, it's the gateway almost?
Well, I think today, the people that you know, your friends and family, already use Google. And we can make Google better when we're more consistent. When there's a single logon for all Google services. When you're not logging into Gmail one way, YouTube a different way, but you're logged in a consistent state. And then Google can do amazing things for you. So for example, when I want to share a video to my family, or a photo from Gmail, or a search result, it's consistent because we know who your family is. And so we want to make Google better. In addition to that, there's a part of Google+, which is like a social network. The ability to share your posts, your photos, with the people that you care about. We're doing both.
But Larry Page, the CEO of Google today, said he's tired of seeing stories of Google versus this company or Google versus that company. And a lot of people like to say Google versus Facebook and Google+ versus Facebook. Do you want people to have that conversation, or are you shifting away from that conversation?
Well, I think Larry made a great point, which was that it's not a zero-sum game. There's plenty of room for innovation. And like the things that we announced today with photos, if we can automatically make your photos more beautiful without any work on your part, we think people will use that service and use other services, and that's okay.
And that is the interesting thing. I mean, it's all this analytics behind your photos. It's what Google's very good at. In the case of Facebook, one of the numbers they were proud to share recently was that there are now, I think, more than 100 million users of Instagram. What's the one photo number tied to Google that really blows you away?
Well, with over 190 million active users of Google+, the photos that they share are hitting new records every week. I think the number we're concerned about is making sure that when they share those photos, the time that they take to make those photos uploaded, enhanced, shared, we want to reduce that. We want to be the service that is the fastest at making your photos beautiful and easy to share. And I think that's what today's announcements were about.
We mentioned Larry Page. We didn't know if he'd take the stage today, and he did. And I think the message from him seems to be, think bigger. Now, as somebody who's working with him all the time, what is the process of, taking what he describes as crazy ideas, and he says, I think we've got, some of the craziest people in every product area, smart, crazy people. But what's the process of saying, hey, what if we do this? To actually saying, okay, let's go and start the business?
Well, I think Larry, it's amazing working with Larry. His focus is on family and then doing things that are really big, not incrementalism. And the biggest challenge is often just thinking bigger. And thinking, hey, we can take all the world's photographs and we can do amazing analysis on them and do things that only professionals could do and do it automatically on every photograph in the world for free. That's big thinking. And Larry really encourages that. He doesn't want to see incremental progress, small changes, but really big thinking, because the opportunity is there. With today's mobile networks, the increased power we have, we can do amazing things, but we first have to believe that we can do them. And I think that's what Larry encourages.
One of the things you guys announced today was this new music service, and this wasn't your announcement, but how does that fit into the broader story of what we're talking about? Is it, go ahead.
Oh, music, on mobile phones, music is one of the most popular activities. And so it makes sense for us to make it easy for you to have a mobile device and access all the music that you love. And it should also be easy for us to recommend great music for you based on your taste, what's in your library, and what your friends say. And we started down that path today. I can't wait to have that service rolled out.
There's from time to time, a Google acquisition, actually, oftentimes there are little Google acquisitions, there can be bigger ones. And some people have looked at some of the old media acquisitions that have been made, whether it's Zagat or Frommers, and tried to figure out how that fits into a world where you're doing a lot of stuff on your own too. With photos is a great example of that, all the analytics that you can do, but occasionally here's something else. And even today we saw what seemed like more integration between Google Maps, or the new Google Maps, and Zagat. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Well, when we do these integrations, we often do them for multiple reasons. Some of the reasons include getting great learning from other people who are doing really well. And in some of the examples you gave, we got amazing learnings and amazing people. And then those people help our team become stronger and then help us make our products better. Like the Maps example you just gave. People love Google Maps. And they want to see great high-quality reviews so they can make a great restaurant choice, for example. And that's the kind of thing we're building.